Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. That's it. So I came to the realization that people are fucking crazy, okay? And excuse my French, people are unhinged and have lost their minds. And the reason why I'm saying this, I was watching a documentary on Netflix. Yes, I love Netflix and I love the documentary, even though sometimes documentary don't tell the whole full story, they tell like partial of it. But this one was right to the T, and this documentary is called, which you have to check out. It's called Unknown Number, a High School Catfish. Now, when I watched this documentary, it blew my freaking mind, okay? About this young teenager girl who's been cyberbullying, and her boyfriend too, for over a year. And they had no idea where the text messages was coming from. And it was just horrible, and it's scary for these two teenagers at the time. And this was happening in Michigan. I can't. It's a small town where the high school was in Michigan, but everyone know each other, family, friends, and everything. But this poor girl, Lauren, and her boyfriend at the time were just getting text messages after text messages, had no idea where it was coming from. And the text messages was just so vulgar, so disgusting that I can't even repeat online, not online, on this channel. I can't repeat it because it was so vulgar, so disgusting, so foul to text a teenager girl and a boy like that. It's just crazy. It's like trailer trash kind of language, if you get what I'm saying. And you won't believe who was behind the cyberbullying. And then when I not saw, but when I find out who it was, I was like, oh my gosh, how can this particular person do this today? It's just crazy. It's just crazy. And I don't want to be a spoiler, but I just have to, reveal who it was. So forgive me for that. But when I saw it, when I watched it, I was utterly disgusted. It just took so much out of me not to go in front of the TV and just punch this woman in the face. Like, how can you do this to a human being, let alone your daughter and your daughter's boyfriend for a year? Cyberbullying, bullying her and her boyfriend. You lucky that your daughter didn't commit suicide off of this, because a lot of people commit suicide when they get cyberbullying over text messages, over the phone, over the internet. That's dangerous. And you lucky that your daughter didn't end up taking her life, or that other her ex-boyfriend. And she did it for a year. And it just disgusts me. And the woman is Kendra. And I'm going to show you a video of her saying that, and I'm just paraphrasing here. Oh, people make mistakes, Yeah, parents make mistakes. Not big mistakes like what you did to your own daughter. No parents is perfect. Parents are going to make mistakes when it comes to raising their children. However, they want to protect and love their child, not hurt their child by cyberbullying during text and texting them boil, vile languages. What you said to your daughter about her body shaming her and everything, and then you just knew that, you just thought in your mind she was tough, she would handle it. How you lucky that she had thick skin. What if it went the other way? What if she ended up killing her, taking her life? Then what? Then what would you say? What would excuse that you would make? You did this over a year, lady, and you are crazy, psychopath, demented for you to do that. And I just want to show you a clip of it before I let you listen to Kendra's own words, how she's basically justifying what she did to her own daughter and her daughter's ex-boyfriend. It's utterly disgusting. I'm appalled by this. No, I don't think any parent in their right mind would do that to their own child. I don't think so. I can't even imagine my parents, my mom actually doing that. Or any mother or any father would do that to their own child. Do you? Correct me if I'm wrong. Would you ever do that to your child? Cyberbully them, texting them over a year, and you had no idea where the text messages was coming from, and you had to take it and take it and take it over a year? that you felt depressed, you felt alone, you felt ashamed, you felt that you were not worthy, you felt like you were not loved. And then the thing is, your daughter was going to you for comfort, and you were doing this to her. How sick and demented is that? Crazy, crazy, and there's no excuse for it. But let you take a listen to this video.
What if the person sending your daughter hundreds of death threats was you? She begged the police to find the stalker. She cried for help. And when they finally knocked on her door, it was for her. A teenage girl in small town Michigan gets flooded with anonymous texts. Not weird ones, vicious ones.
Disgusting.
Death threats, insults, obsessions, every day. For 15 months. The school can't help. The parents demand justice. The cops bring in state investigators. Then, the FBI. Everyone's a suspect.
Everyone.
A jealous ex. A teammate. Even someone close to the family. Her boyfriend dumps her to protect her. Her mental health spirals. And still, the messages keep coming.
Keep coming.
Then the FBI traces the IP address. It doesn't lead to a classmate or a stranger. It leads to her mother's phone.
Hot damn.
Her mom, Kendra Licari, was behind every single text.
Disgusting.
Hundreds of them. From fake numbers, different area codes. She even faked messages from Florida to throw off police. Why? She told officers, I didn't start it.
But then I fed off of it.
But I fed off it. Let that sit for a second. She stalked her own daughter. To keep her close.
Close.
Would you forgive that? Or would you delete your own mom from your life? If you want the full story with every gut-wrenching detail, it's streaming on Netflix now. Go watch it, and then come back and tell me, was justice served?
I believe justice was served because she served time for what she did to her own daughter and among her daughter's ex-boyfriend, because it was affecting her daughter's ex-boyfriend's parents and among other people, because they didn't know where the text messages was coming from. So yeah, they did seek justice because they pinged and found out that it was coming from her, because she was a IT tech as well, so she was very knowledgeable with the whole technology, to throw, like you heard the gentleman throw everyone off, because she's very familiar with the whole tech savvy thing. Now, can anyone forgive their mother? Their mother did that. Forgiveness is a big thing, and you have to forgive because you don't want that hatred in your heart, and you don't want to give that person that power, that you still have that animosity towards them. However, I will have my guard up. Like, I forgive you, but I don't trust you. You know what I mean? That would be me if my own mother did that to me. I forgive you, but I don't trust you. I don't think I ever will. It's going to take time to build that trust, because you broke my trust. You freaking stalked me for a year, and you said those vile, vicious things, and you fed off of it. What kind of mother are you to feed off of doing that to your own daughter? Let alone your daughter's ex-boyfriend. And you somebody almost took the rap for your shit. The text message that you sent. You were blaming another student when the other student didn't have nothing to do with it. How crazy is that? So, to answer your question, yes, forgiveness is a huge part. Yes, you have to forgive, but I wouldn't trust you. I wouldn't trust that person. And I don't think Lauren should, but that's her mother at the end of the day. You know what I mean? I would keep my eyes wide open. I would keep my guard up. And I will not, let alone have her be around my life right now, or my friends, circle of friends, because that's a huge thing. That's not some small bitty thing that your parents did to you. That's a huge thing. Over a year of stalking, over a year of vicious words that you said to your daughter and to your daughter's ex-boyfriend. Okay, disgusting. And you lied to your husband. There's so much more, and I just don't want to give it out, but you definitely have to check it out. And it's pure evil. It's just pure evil. I don't understand. That's what I'm saying. People are fucking crazy, okay? Because how can you do that to your own daughter? Your own daughter. It's just nuts to me that parents tend to hurt their children. I don't understand why. You're supposed to love and protect your child and nurture them and raise them to be the person that the best version of themselves so they can be ready out there in the real world because the world is tough out there. You know what I mean? And then a child should be safe, let alone in their own home. It's bad enough out there in the streets. But to feel this way and just to manipulate your daughter for your daughter to be close to you so she can come to all this, then alone, you've been doing this to her. You're sick and demented and you need help, Kendra. I'm saying that to her. She needs help. And I hope she did get the help that she needs when she was serving time because that's just crazy. And I'm going to let you listen to her own words, what she had to say about this whole thing when she got caught and how she kind of trying to justify it, but she's not. But I'm going to let you listen to her own words and what she has to say about this.
Single one of us makes mistakes. Not a single one of us has lived a perfect life.
Pause. No one's not perfect, but this what you're doing. You're crazy. Okay, what you did was unforgivable. Yes, you have to forgive, but at the time, unforgivable and despicable what you did to your own daughter. Continue.
And realistically, a lot of us have probably broke the law at some point or another.
Pause again. Yes, we broke the law by, probably stealing a pack of gum, or maybe shoplift, but not doing this to your own child. I'm sorry. That is a crime. Shoplifting is a crime, but you get what I'm saying. You might as well murder your own daughter, what you just did. Again, she's justifying this. Just say, you know what, I fucked up, I messed up, and I did this to my own daughter, and I need to take accountability. But she's making excuses. Coño.
They're not got caught. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm sure that people drove drunk, haven't been caught, right? But again, if you get caught, you're in the same situation I'm in, but for a different thing.
Again, she's justifying it. It's like, yes, people drive drunk and they don't get caught. But eventually it catch up to you. Okay? People steal and do things. Eventually it will catch up to you. You've been doing it for a year. You could have easily stopped, Kendra. Okay? You could have easily stopped. You saw what it did to your daughter. She was distraught. She was just beside herself. You knew this was hurting her and you continue on to do this to her. You could have stopped this whole thing. And on top of that, you were hurting other people's family too. Okay? Someone else was going through this as well. And it was affecting them, okay? Affected their lives. And you didn't care about that. And I just feel like maybe there was something deeper. Maybe she had an attraction with her, with Lauren's boyfriend that, she probably found Lauren's ex-boyfriend attractive. And she was just trying to get close to the boyfriend. I don't know. People are sick and crazy. Because you tend to see that, older women find high school young men, boys attractive, which to me is very sick and demented. They're young boys, okay? You a grown-ass woman who's married and have children. You have no business flirting or finding any teenager boy attractive. To me, that's just sick and deranged and you need help. And I believe she probably had a crush on Lauren's boyfriend and she wanted her daughter to get out of the way so she could be close to him. To wheeze herself into him. Sick and demonic. But anyway, that's just my opinion because who in their right mind would do that to their own child? Apparently she did for some weird sick reason. We don't know why, but I'm telling you, I believe she had a crush on her daughter's boyfriend and she wanted to get super close and she was saying all these vile, disgusting things about her daughter and to him and scare other young girls away from him so she can have him to herself. But it didn't work, obviously, because she was married. She was older. He didn't find her attractive. He's just a young, high school student, athlete and everything. And he just wanted to live his life and be a kid. And her sick, demented mind was doing this. And she needs help. She needs help. You definitely should check it out. And it's called Unknown Number, The High School Catfish on Netflix. It's on right now. Definitely check it out. It's just crazy. I know that I kind of spoil it for you guys, but there's more to it than that. I promise you. but I just had to like release her name and tell you who it was because it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. But moving on. Now I want to talk about crazy Philly Karen. You know, this woman who went up to this father after the father caught this baseball, and he handed it to his son, and it was his son's birthday, and this crazy coup, okay, unhinged, walked aside and tapped his father on his shoulder. He was freaking out, like, what do you want? And started cursing at him in front of his son, saying foul things. And she said, well, that was my ball. That was my ball. I'm like, really? You're going to fight and curse and try to take the ball, and this was his son's birthday? Like, you're crazy, lady. You're crazy. This is all over in social media, and you would do that. You know what I mean? And I have to say about the father, I commend him for doing that, being the bigger person and an honorable person, just hand the ball back to her. You know what I mean? Why fight? Why go back and forth? She looks stupid. She looks like a dumbass. She looked like a Karen, okay? It's crazy over a baseball, you know what I mean? When he was just handing it to his son when it was his son's birthday, and you could act crazy and demented and unhinged and want the ball back. You're crazy. So he did the right thing, which I commend him. And you know what? When you do the right thing, you get rewarded tenfold. He got a baseball signed by the baseball player, which I don't know his name because I'm not a baseball player, a baseball fan, excuse me, so pardon me. He got some gift bags on top of that. And his father and him is on, you know, on the news telling their story or whatever. So, you know, when you are the bigger person, you get rewarded 10 times. And you know who looks like an asshole? She does. Even though she probably don't give a F because she got that stupid baseball, but she is an asshole for life, crazy Karen, because of what she did to that little boy. And I just want to show you a clipping of that. So, and the whole world knows this is a crazy Philly Karen, and you just don't do that. You just don't do that to someone. You know what I mean? You take the high road. He grabbed the ball, and that's it. But for you to go up there and walk towards him and then tap him in the shoulder and demand for that ball, you're crazy. You're crazy. But you know what? The boy got a better deal than ever. So God bless his father and God bless the little boy. And he got rewarded tenfold. So take a look at this video. What happened? Oops, sorry. There we go. Where are you? There we go.
The fan. Oh, the Phillies fan came in. He stole it from another Phillies fan. Oh, she can't believe it. Whoa! Oh, no! Easy. Oh, yeah. Yup. We have a little infighting here. You know, he did give it to what I would assume is his son.
He did.
Okay. Did give it to the youngster. This lady's got to get it under control. Look at the girl in the background.
Oh,
in the left-hand side of the screen. She's laughing. Ugh. What is going on?
You know what? She's an idiot, and she's mean and grouchy, and forget her. And this is going to be on the internet forever. And kudos for the father, you know, and I'm glad that he did the right thing instead of like going back and forth. Most people will go back and forth, excuse me, and there would be a bruffle or some fist fight and stuff like that. And it would have escalated even 10 times worse, and both of them would have probably got arrested if it was someone else. But you know, good for the father that, you know, he just like, here, take it, whatever, because you know you're being disrespectful, you're cursing at me in front of my son, saying all these crazy things. If the ball is worth it, is what you want, then take it. If it's that so worthy of you, then take the freaking ball. Just take it, and good for him. And you know what? It's amazed. I'm amazed, and I'm happy that he did that. But I just have to say, people are fucking crazy. I'm sorry, people are crazy. Like, at your age, you know what I mean? Like, who raised you to be like that? You know what I mean? It's just so inappropriate. You know what I mean? To act like that. To act like you're entitled to get what you want, or you know what I mean? It doesn't work that way. But I guess people are so entitlement of that. It's just crazy to me. And people can just think that they can just do or say whatever they want, and it's like it should be handed to them freely, which it doesn't work that way. But I guess it works that way for certain people. But anyway, it's just crazy. People are crazy. And I'm just going to pray for them because a lot of people need prayer, including myself sometimes. But you won't see me acting like that. You won't see me acting unhinged. And, there's times that, I can get off the rails with my mouth and stuff like that because a lot of people have said that to me. But I know how to, tone it down a little bit. But you won't see me acting crazy like that. Unless someone comes from my children or my family, then that's a different story. Come for me, but leave my family out of it because when it comes to my family and my children, all bets are off. And when I say all bets are off, all bets are off. Anyway, you guys, that's all I have to say about that. Thank you so much for you watching. That's it on my YouTube channel. If you do like this video, and I know I shouldn't be saying this because I know a lot of pros say you shouldn't be saying please like, share, subscribe because it's like asking people or begging people to subscribe to your channels. I'm not doing that. Everyone has free will. Everyone has free will to like, to share, to subscribe, or not to even watch this video. I'm not forcing anyone, but if you do like this video, I really appreciate it if you drop a comment, like, or subscribe. I'm not forcing anyone, but a lot of people who've been doing the YouTube for a very long time saying that YouTube creators shouldn't be saying that because I don't really have a platform yet. I'm not a podcaster. I'm just a YouTuber. But does it really matter? Does it really matter? I don't know. I'm not a professional. I'm just going with the flow. And like I said, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. If you don't want to watch it, just keep moving and watch the next video that interests you. All I'm doing is just my best and reporting the news and reporting things of what's happening and just express my creativity, if that makes sense. But anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching. That's it. And I will see you guys on the next day. Goodbye.